Albany County Legislature is very excited about tonight. Before we call all of the honored guests up to the front here, I wanted to first just spend a minute highlighting the Albany County Legislature's I Voted sticker contest and the significance of it. This year's winner, we are very, very proud to recognize, is Tyler Pendeck. And he is a student at Guilderland High School, and he is being recognized tonight for his winning design, which will be showcased in just a few minutes. We're going to do the big reveal, but also it will be showcased throughout Albany County as the sticker when you go into the polling place that hopefully they won't run out. They ran out on me last year. But you get one of those I voted stickers. And it's a great way for all of us to remind each other about the necessity to cast your vote, always exercise your rights as a citizen in our country, and to make your choice known. This year, as in prior years, the public helped us choose the best design. So Tyler, his design, which we will shortly see, was voted by many, many individuals as the best design for this year's general election. It will be available for all voters at all 108 polling sites, as well as the 9 early voting sites, which I believe starts on October 23rd. Last year, we gave out 60,000 stickers, and this year we are going to break that record, I can promise you that. A little background on why we think it's so important to host this initiative. We spearheaded this last year working with the League of Women Voters of Albany County, and they are here also. We have Laura Bergnall, Deb Liebman, and Patricia Sevilla here from the League. And we also this year expanded that partnership to also include the NAACP as well as the Sweet Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church, and Pastor Elgin is here with us also to celebrate tonight's unveiling. We believe it's really important to engage young people in the electoral process and showcase how important participation in our elections are. The I Voted sticker contest was open to all county K through 12 students, including those not just in public schools, but also private schools, those who are homeschooled, those students who live in the county but go to school elsewhere. And our intent was to allow them to show off their artistry while also helping us celebrate and showcase the local electoral process. We all know it's more important than ever before for Americans across the country to exercise their constitutional right to decide who you want to represent yourself, not only locally and statewide, but obviously at the federal level. We also this year put in place a sister initiative to the I Voted sticker contest, and that was another initiative called the Young Voters Initiative. And this was led by the Legislative Black Caucus staff, folks over here to my left at the table up front, our staffers, the Women's Legislative Caucus, the Chair's office staff, as well as our partners with the League. The objective of this project was to gain insight into the voting priorities and initiatives that are most important to young adults in Albany County. To achieve this, the staff put together and designed a survey to explore the motivation behind voter participation, as well as to identify what matters to them. We had, and this is really good for your first survey, 127 respondents, 73% of them were in the age category of 18 to 34 years old. Their top priorities were health care, affordable housing, homelessness, and reproductive justice. The staff is continuing to work on synthesizing that data and to also showcase some of the trends that they identified. But we thought that was a great voter initiative. They unveiled it at the farmers market on the last Sunday of September. It was very well attended, and I applaud the staff for dreaming up this initiative to be the sister initiative to the I Voted sticker contest. So right now, we are going to invite Tyler and his family, folks from the league to come on up. Our legislators from the town of Guilderland, I'm sure, want to showcase their support, as well as Pastor Elgin, if he wants to come up. We'll do the picture. We'll unveil the sticker contest as soon as everyone is assembled. So come on up. everyone. Welcome. I'm Joanne Cunningham, and I serve as the chair of the Albany County Legislature. The rules of the Albany County Legislature allow for a period of public comment before our monthly meetings. Our rules prohibit members of the public from questioning legislators and prohibit us from questioning you. This is your time to speak and our time to listen. In accordance with our rules of order, speakers will be allowed 5 minutes each, and I ask everyone to please silence their cell phones. Before we get to our public speakers, I do want to make note that one of our own, Mert Simpson, couldn't be here with us tonight because he is actually receiving an award. He's receiving the Citizens Action 2024 Jim Perry Progressive Leadership Award. The Perry Award honors the legacy of Jim Perry, who is a gay rights leader and a founding member of Citizen Action Chapter, whose leadership and dedication to progressive politics and coalition building paved the way for the passage of Albany's Human Rights Ordinance. And I know we'll all congratulate our colleague, Mert Simpson, when we see him next. Clerk, please call the roll.
Beston. Bergdorf. Here. Clay. Clary. Here. Collins. Camiso. Here. Conway. Here. Cunningham.
Here.
Demolowitz. Here. Drake. Here. Efacoro. Here. Ethier. Here. Feeney. Here. Fine. Here. Grimm. Here. Andrew Joyce. Here. Ray Joyce. Cohn. Here. Lilliard. Here. Lakakis. Here. Lockhart. Moriello. Here. Mayo. Here. McLaughlin. Here. McLean Lane. Here. Miller. Petto. Hurley. Plosky. Reedy. Reinhardt. Woo! Ricard. Robinson. Rosano. Simpson. Smith. Ward. Whalen. Willingham. 30 present.
Clerk, please read the name of the first speaker.
Carol Warneman. No, 30.
Hi, I've got some very good news, or at least it's very good to me. The state Supreme Court overturned having the county elections on even years. They said it was unconstitutional and it's not going to happen anymore. So now we here will have the opportunity to focus on the county candidates and county issues, and I think that's all good. In terms of us focusing on it, unfortunately, the turnout on off-year elections has been absolutely shameless. Across all districts, less than 0.5% of the people voted, okay? And in some cases, you would think I made it up if I told you how low it was. So anyway, the voters obviously need to get off their sofa, put down their iPhones, and go and vote. And now the state has made it much easier for people to vote while they're on their sofa. So there's just no excuse. Now, this lack of civic involvement, this shameless lack of civic involvement, some of the responsibility belongs to all of you. And it has been my consistent experience, actually, that people say they don't know who their representative is. And of course, I point out, go to the Board of Elections, etc., but they don't know. And people I've tried to convince who showed some passion for some issues that they should come here and speak have said, this is the most common answer I get. You don't care. Now, that's not my position, as you all know, but that is the common position. And so I think it's important that you find ways to show them, meet them where they are, show them you do care. Now, part of, the showing more caring would have to do with listening to the speakers who come here. And, each and every one of them is one of your constituents, and they're really, really good. Well, Resolution 573 addresses how long we should have to speak. And Joanne is responsible for that, and it's a good thing. It's much clearer than the state open meetings law. But it says, okay, speakers must limit their time to 5 minutes unless the chair lowers the time. Well, regularly I'm here when there are only 3 speakers, and we each get 3 minutes, that's 9 minutes total. I think you can all spare some more time to listen to the speakers, and I know I want to listen and hear them say more. It would be a way to show you care. Anyway, I listen to you. When, this part of the meeting is over, I either listen from my perch in the back of the room or the back room there, except when I'm dependent on a ride because the last time I fell, it was on my driving ankle, okay? So can't drive for a while. But I leave when the person who drove me wants to leave. However, when I get home, I'm going to be watching all of you on YouTube. So, see you on YouTube.
Thank you, everyone, for this opportunity to speak. I'd like to offer comments tonight on items 622 and 623, declaring the tax parcel at 770 Albany Shaker Road no longer necessary for public use, and authorizing the conveyance of this parcel. My name is Johanna Batman, and I'm here tonight representing Shaker Heritage Society. We're located at the site of the first Shaker settlement in North America, directly across the street from the parcel in question tonight. Albany County owns our property today, but since 1977, Shaker Heritage Society has been working to preserve and promote this unique place in our community and nation. Since the construction of the Heritage Park baseball field, Shaker Heritage Society has been a consistent advocate for the protection of open land and historic landscapes for the benefit of the public. When you step onto the site today, you'll find a green park-like setting dotted with 8 surviving Shaker buildings from the 19th and early 20th century. However, 150 years ago, this site was a remote but bustling village of nearly 100 people living and working together. The buildings and objects that the Shakers created were infused with their values, and we envision a future for our site as a hub where preservation and innovation will meet, bringing together education, hospitality, and retail activities that reflect the enduring values of community, equality, sustainability, and innovation that form the foundation of Shaker life. Given the proximity of 770 Albany Shaker Road to the core of the historic Shaker Village, and acknowledging that preserving this parcel as open green space is not an option currently under any serious consideration, we are committed to working with all interested parties to ensure the protection of this historic campus. Representatives from the Army National Guard contacted Shaker Heritage Society in mid-August to inform us of the proposed development, and the Cultural Resources staff have kept in close communication since our initial meeting. We are cautiously encouraged by this gesture of transparency and accountability, and we consider the conveyance of land to a state entity preferable to private ownership. We furthermore consider the proposed use less detrimental than the construction of a light industrial manufacturing site as proposed in the feasibility study completed for Albany County by Delaware Engineering last spring. If and when this conveyance is authorized, we look forward to continuing this dialogue to identify and mitigate impacts on the archaeological resources of the parcel, viewsheds in and around the historic property, and activities of the Shaker Heritage Society in partnership with the Army National Guard and State Historic Preservation Office. Thank you for your time.
Thomas Ellis.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Tom Ellis. I live on North Pine Ave in the city of Albany. I support Resolution 573 concerning the public hearings. I think 5 minutes is very generous. I'll try to limit myself to 3, as I've gotten used to in the last few years. I want to comment on 2 court decisions. A judge in New York ruled that the law that was passed requiring elections to be held on even-numbered years only is unconstitutional. I think that's really good. I think it's important that city councils and villages and towns and county legislatures and board of supervisors have their elections on odd-numbered years. I think it's important for people to vote every year, too, to stay in the habit of voting. So I'm very happy to see that. Another court decision that you may not be aware of is also important. On September 24th, Judge Edward Chen, a federal judge in the Northern District of California, issued a decision concerning community water fluoridation in the United States. And he was tasked with determining whether water fluoridation presents an unreasonable risk to human health. And he studied the issue carefully. There were several phases of the trial, including one about, in January or February. And he concluded that putting the amount of fluoride that's put in many water supplies in the United States into those is an unreasonable risk to human health. He wrote, quote, "The court finds that fluoridation of water at the level presently considered optimal in the United States poses an unreasonable risk of reduced IQ in children." He also wrote, "The scientific literature in the record provides a high level of certainty that a hazard is present. Fluoride is associated with reduced IQ. The qualitative evidence is superior," end quote. So I'm asking you to use whatever influence you have with the City of Albany's Common Council and try to get them to take seriously this court decision. In February and March, the City of Albany approved putting water fluoridation in Albany starting next year. And what this judge has demonstrated is that if you put a small amount of fluoride in the water, pregnant women who drink the water are more likely to have children with reduced IQs. I don't think any of us want to see the next generation of children anywhere being born with reduced IQs. I had a letter about this issue in the Schenectady Daily Gazette today. I'm going to leave it here. I hope to have it included in the record of tonight's meeting.
Thank you.
That was less than 3 minutes. 2:36?
Mike McGlynn.
Hi. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for permitting me to speak about government human resource policies during our global warming. The federal government's national heat strategy advocates resources to support community enhancement and maintenance of human, natural, and built infrastructure for heat management across timescales. Last month, several intermunicipal park improvement agreements were approved with initial funding. Improvement of community parks with conservation practices and maintenance of our natural resources will enhance public health conditions for our neighbors. Will you consider to request the County Soil and Water Conservation District Board of Directors to assist with park conservation site plans for municipalities to apply to the state and federal urban and community forestry grant programs? In addition, will you consider an education and training program through the state Excelsior Conservation Corps in cooperation with the Student Conservation Association and AmeriCorps grant programs? I think improvement of human resource policies with education and training of conservation practices will protect our natural resources and enhance our public health. As we progress through natural disasters with increased demand for FEMA humanitarian assistance, it is essential to consider expansion of community-supported agriculture policies. The County Agriculture and Farmland Preservation Plan recommends cooperation among farms, schools, and nonprofit organizations to develop community support in agriculture. Earlier this month, the North Colony Central School District was awarded over $99,000 to expand their farm-to-school program with agriculture-based instruction. Will you consider an intermunicipal community support agriculture agreement by the County Department of Aging, Department for Children, Youth and Families, and Cooperative Extension with the Patroon Land Foundation and the Regional Food Bank? The inclusion of County Soil and Water Conservation District conservation site plans with agriculture in the classroom projects may obtain money and technical resources through the federal and state urban farms and community gardens grant programs. I know there are additional public and nonprofit resources to protect our natural resources and our neighbors' public health. Nevertheless, I hope you will enhance government human resource policies. Thanks.
There are no more speakers.
Is there anyone else in the chamber who wishes to speak?
Hey everyone, my name is Katrina Hastings. Thought I was on the list, but I'm the Youth Engagement Coordinator for Capital District Tobacco-Free Communities, a grant-funded program of the New York State Department of Health. I work with middle and high school students in a program called Reality Check, which gives young people the opportunity to learn and be creative as they educate their peers and their communities about the true impact of tobacco use and marketing. I think we've all heard something about the problems facing schools today with the rise of vaping. We've heard about the bathroom issue, about students vaping in them so often that some schools have installed vape monitors or even removed doors from bathrooms. We've heard about students getting suspended for vaping and the problem of what to do with these flammable confiscated products. And we all know that the problem goes much further than that. To document for themselves this very, very real issue, our Reality Check youth decided to conduct interviews at their own schools. For World No Tobacco Day this past May, our Reality Check youth interviewed and filmed the staff, teachers, and administrators at their high schools about the impact of vaping. They also talked with their peers. The consensus was clear. The wide availability of e-cigarettes, particularly flavored vapes, has created a serious problem for students in schools. Vaping has negatively impacted student health and disrupted their education by reducing their attention spans, increasing apathy towards school, and creating an enormous challenge to teachers and administrators. One nurse said that vaping was the #1 issue that was the most concerning to her. A 9th grade student shared, and I quote, "I have seen people not be able to live without it, become addicted so fast and have their lives impacted by it, depending on it, relying on it." Schools can only do so much to contain and manage an epidemic that started outside of their doors. They need to help stop these products from coming into their schools. Although New York State banned the sale of flavored e-cigarettes, they are still available in local stores, and nearly 9 out of 10 high school students who vape use flavored products. It's clear that more needs to be done to stop the sale of illegal flavored vapes. October 13th was Seen Enough Tobacco Day. The 13th day reflects the average age of a new smoker in New York State, just 13 years old. Unfortunately, vaping also starts early and is sustained by flavored products. Once again, our reality check students created a video for the occasion. This time it's a campy zombie video about how nicotine is the ultimate brain eater, turning sharp minds into zombie mush one puff at a time. It's a humorous video that drives home a serious point. It will be shown at the Albany Boys and Girls Club Haunted House event on October 25th, later this month. I'm proud to be working with our reality check youth who are dedicated to helping their peers, schools, and communities with an issue that can too often be overlooked. I want to thank you, the legislator, for also dedicating your efforts to prevent and reduce youth tobacco use. To view the videos that I mentioned, please visit our website, smokefreecapital.org.
Is there anybody else in the chamber who wishes to speak?
Right here. That's good. Hello, my name is Val Rodriguez. I'm sure I've been here before. I'm here to talk about healthcare, special needs, and this was one of my clients right here. Calm down, calm down. Okay, he started off with me at 2 years old. Okay, 2 years old. Sorry, I'll get it in a minute. Okay, here's a picture. I'm gonna do a timeline, because they said it couldn't happen. They said it was no hope for him. I got him out of St. Margaret's at 2 years old. This is him. But this is what healthcare does to people. Dummy them down, keep them on meds, no therapeutic treatment. Medicine, therapeutic treatment. When doctors, nurses, everybody gave up on him. Gave up on him. Jamar, come over here. This is him. And how many more we got that don't get a chance? Don't get a chance. Special needs, Section 503, school, academics, ADH, autism, all on the bottom line with no results. No results. But they want to do kickbacks. They want to get refunds. They want to find people for a few dates that might not be right. Jamar, come on. Okay, and not only that, he'll be 11. Yeah. All right, you want to go sit back down? You can go sit. He'll be 11, okay? This is the work of nurses, therapeutic associates, and everything else. Now, another thing I want to talk about is I used to have another little boy, 2 years old. His mom had mental health problems, and I spoke on mental health before. Schenectady let her go, Albany let her go, and gave him back to the son. And I don't know if anybody have heard, she moved to North Carolina. She killed her son last week. 7 years old. Because Albany failed her, Schenectady failed her, and North Carolina failed her. Now we have to go and bury her son while she's in Butner. Okay, now, some of these attacks that are coming, financially, Broadview, they're taking people's money, they're taking people's overdraft fees, and they're not coagulating the accounts. All the money that's being taken, Broadview is taking it. They done coagulated, bridged with Capcom and CEFCU, and it's not working. And we all know Broadview is a Republican bank now, trying to make up all that money that's lost, but you're gonna get a refund. There's gonna be a refund. And the next thing is traffic safety. Okay, when you stop somebody for a vehicle that needs to be inspected, and you tell the person that you're going to the shop to drop the car off, but yet you still get a ticket in the mail for a uninspected vehicle, okay, that's been in the shop, or even for a registration, okay? Then they got on the line, they're gonna suspend your license. For what? For what? How much money y'all trying to collect here? Every little bottom line, y'all got a refund, or we're gonna charge you this, or we're gonna fine you that. Hey, you guys spent the money. You spent every penny of it. Spent every penny of it the last 20 years. Now, I'm not gonna go into it, because I'm gonna focus on the last 10. Something's gotta be done, okay? Whoever it is you got working into people's accounts, attacking them personally, politically, or whatever, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So you need to go back to the drawing board, figure out what y'all doing with the healthcare system, because Medicaid done stole all Medicare money, okay? Now they gotta pay it back, so they're coming after the little mom and pop home care businesses, and that's not right. Get those big boys, okay? Get those insurance companies, CDPHP, WellCare, get those, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, all those advantages, all those different CDPEF. Come on. It's money that you're trying to capture back. That's not how Medicare works at all. It is not how it works. And Social Security either. So come on, let's get straight and be upfront with the people. What really happened to the money?
Ma'am, time is up.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else in the chambers who wishes to speak? Come on up.
Good evening. My name is Allison Ritchie, and I am the president of the New York Association of Convenience Stores. Thank you for the opportunity to speak on behalf of 181 small businesses in Albany County. While we support the ban on camouflage vapes, which are already illegal, I'd like to take this opportunity to address parts of proposed local law P, the QUIT Act, that will have unintended and dire consequences for essential community retailers. We understand and support the goal of this legislation, protecting our youth from tobacco products, but we believe the approach, as currently outlined, needs adjustment. I want to provide some perspective from the businesses directly impacted. First, if the intent is to limit access to tobacco products for minors, why should smoke shops, which often continue to sell flavored vape products despite the state ban, be given preference for new tobacco licenses? These products are the most attractive to underage consumers, yet enforcement has been severely lacking. Instead of creating an unfair preference for smoke shops, which often restrict entry to those over 21, why not enforce the existing laws to penalize illicit retailers? Strengthening enforcement would effectively limit underage access to tobacco while impacting law-abiding businesses, more so than such a broad restriction on neighborhood retailers. C-stores and gas stations are fully committed to ensuring tobacco products aren't sold to minors. In fact, these businesses already verify IDs for a range of age-restricted items, like beer and lottery tickets, making them just as, if not more, prepared than smoke shops to handle these responsibilities. C-stores have a lot to lose if they sell to underage customers, and they take that responsibility to verify IDs very seriously. Next, the proposed 1,000-foot restriction from schools is excessive, especially compared to the 200-foot rule in the alcohol beverage control law. This rule would jeopardize longstanding businesses without addressing the core issue, illegal sales. If there must be a restriction, it should mirror the 200-foot rule, which has been successfully implemented by the ABC. And of course, the inability to transfer tobacco licenses when a business is sold adds unnecessary complexity and devalues these businesses. If a business changes ownership, the new owner would be required to obtain a new tobacco license. With the ultimate goal to decrease the number of tobacco licenses in Albany County, this legislation would hamper businesses and make it harder for existing business owners to sell theirs. Without the certainty of what products that could be sold by the future owner, it effectively lowers the value of their business. Owners who are purchasing an existing business that holds a tobacco license should receive priority for receiving a new tobacco license, or should be allowed to renew the existing one. Other municipalities, such as the city of Syracuse, have exempted gas stations from similar legislation, and we'd like to see Albany County take that same fair approach. I cannot stress enough that convenience stores support efforts to curb youth smoking. This is an opportunity to strike a balance between effective regulation and fair treatment, ensuring that we protect our youth while also preserving the businesses that are so vital to our economy. Thank you.
Are there any other speakers who wish to speak tonight? The public forum is now closed. I'd like to call our meeting October 15th to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and can I ask Mr. Reinhardt to lead us in the pledge? Clerk, please call the roll.
Beston. Bergdorf. Clay. Clary. Collins. Camiso. Conway. Cunningham.
Here.
Demolowitz. Drake. Afakoro. Ethier. Feeney. Fine. Grimm. Andrew Joyce. Ray Joyce. Kuhn. LaWilliard. Lakakis. Lockhart. Moriello. Mayo. McLaughlin. McLean Lane. Miller. Petto. Hurley. Plosky. Reedy. Reinhardt. Ricard. Robinson. Rosano. Simpson. Smith. Ward. Whalen. Willingham. 32 present.
Thank you. Before we get to previous business, I'd like to entertain a motion to take item 618 out of order. Can I ask for a motion? Mr. Kuhn, seconded by Mr. Demolowitz. All those in favor of taking 618 out of order? Any opposed? Unanimous. Clerk, please read 618.
Confirming the appointment of the Commissioner of the Department of Social Services.
This is the appointment of Aaron Stakowitz as our new commissioner. All those in favor? Any opposed? Congratulations to our new commissioner. Okay, previous business. Clerk, please read 535.
Approving the 2025-26 2029 Albany County Airport Authority Capital Program.
Mr. Bergdorf?
It troubles me to do this, but in trying to figure out how I'm going to vote on this tonight, I look back at the minority report that we did, and one of our recommendations was not to vote for the capital plan unless the leadership and operations of the airport is stabilized. So earlier today, I called Pete Studo, and I got a call back while we were in our office, and I was looking for an update on where we were with the RFP that we were told was going to go out for a new airport CEO. We were told that in August. We were told they would have a new CEO in place by January. Then on August 16th, we were told again there was going to be a nationwide search for a CEO of the authority. And then on September 4th, when they terminated Mr. Calderon, they again reinforced that they were going to have a national search. And then when they came in and met with the Audit and Finance Committee, they said they were going to have a national search. Well, I asked the CEO of the authority this evening, maybe about an hour ago, where we were with the national search. He said he didn't think it went out. I said, what do you mean it didn't go out? Well, I don't think it's issued, but I really don't know. This is our CEO of the airport who wants to keep this job, does not know whether a public RFP went out. He said there was a law firm that was helping the board, and I guess it's one of the ones that they hired. They hired a couple of different people to help them. One to defend the board for personnel matters, and one to guide the RFP process. So I said, well, who's doing this? Because we were given, we did a request. We got a draft RFP, which had a draft, I think it had a draft job description that everybody ballyhooed. It all was changed. It's got new criteria in it, and we're going to upgrade the criteria for the CEO. And now tonight, at 5 o'clock, I'm told the CEO doesn't know what happened, doesn't think it went out. Has there been a sea change? Has the airport decided not to issue an RFP? Are they going to go with the existing job description that doesn't require a college education? It appears that nobody knows. If there's anybody in this chamber who can enlighten me, I would appreciate it. But the CEO of the airport authority didn't know. Or he said, I've known Peter, he said he didn't know. I'll leave it at that. I find it personally hard to believe that it was a job that I was interested in, and there was going to be an RFP, that I wouldn't at least be reading the tea leaves around me as to whether or not there was an RFP. So he told me he would try to have a board member call me before the meeting tonight. On my phone, I haven't received any calls from any board members. So, in my estimation, unless I hear contrary before a roll is called here, I'm going to vote no. And I was prepared to vote yes, and I wanted to vote yes. But you can't even get an answer out of the airport authority as to what the status of their recruitment is. And for the CEO to admit that he didn't know, and maybe some board member might call, this is not the transparency of a credible organization as far as I'm concerned. We were also, when we got these documents, and Mark and I asked for them, we were told that these were the drafts, and that the other things that we asked for would be forthcoming. We've heard fugazi, nothing from the authority. So, I came here wanting to vote for this, but I'm not going to do it. And if anybody knows what's going on at the airport, if somebody's had something whispered in their ear as to why this hasn't gone out, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe it did go out. But for the CEO not to know, it's almost sort of ludicrous. So anyway, I'm going to vote no as we sit here right now, because I can't seem to get an answer out of this organization, which has promised us 5 times what they were going to do, and now can't even tell you what's going on. Thank you, my colleagues.
Ms. McLean Lane.
Thank you very much. Last time I checked, it was the Airport Authority Board that did the hiring, not the CEO. So the CEO would not know if it had gone out or not. The Airport Authority Board would be the proper entity to call to ask if it had gone out. Thank you.
Thank you. Long roll call.
No.
Clary.
Yes.
Collins.
Camiso.
Yes.
Conway. Cunningham.
Yes.
Demolowitz.
Yes.
Drake. Efakoro.
Yes.
Ethier.
Wait a minute, Paul. I'll ask my colleague a question. When they were telling all these messages, did you actually believe them?
You were in the same room I was. When someone tells you 5 times they're going to do something at 5 different times and tells the press that they're going to do it, I would think in government you should have a propensity to believe them.
You believe that they told you? You believe what they were telling you all that time?
Mr. Ethier, is this
Yes,
part of
I
explaining your
took
vote?
the new management at their word.
I understand.
We had board members there.
We got it. Mr. Ethier.
Yes, I know.
Thank you.
Feeney. Yes. Fine.
Yes.
Grimm.
No.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Ray Joyce.
Yes.
Kuhn.
Yes.
LaBrilliard.
Yes.
Lakakis.
Yes.
Moriello. Mayo.
Yes.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
McLean Lane.
Yes.
Miller. Petto. Plosky. Reinhardt. Ricard. Rosano. Smith. Ward.
Yes.
Whalen. Willingham. 26 yes.
Clerk, please read 573.
Amending the Albany County Legislative Rules of Order related to public comment periods and public hearings.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 575, please.
Authorizing the county executive to enter into an intermunicipal agreement with the city of Albany to honor veterans.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 577.
Public hearing on proposed local law number O for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 242 of the Albany County Code to prohibit the sale of camouflage vaping devices in Albany County.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. Current business 585.
Authorizing a lease agreement with Iro Sushi franchise regarding restaurant space at the MVP Arena.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 586.
Authorizing an agreement with Cabot Coach Builders regarding the purchase of 2 modified electric transit vans and for opioid outreach services and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 587.
Authorizing a lease agreement with Hilton Albany regarding the lease of 81 parking spaces.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 588.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee regarding the Highway Safety Grant Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 589.
Authorizing an agreement with Robert Finkel and Sons regarding the purchase of a compact truck loader and 2 compact excavators and amending the 2024 Department of Public Works budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 590.
Authorizing an agreement with Johnson Controls regarding HVAC preventive maintenance and emergency services for chillers at the county office building and a judicial center.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 591.
Authorizing an agreement with Ecker Mechanical regarding HVAC preventive maintenance and emergency services for the social services and family court buildings.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 592.
Authorizing an agreement with PBI Mechanical Services regarding HVAC and boiler preventive maintenance and emergency services for certain county buildings.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 593.
Authorizing an agreement with the Altamont Program regarding a Code Blue Warming Center.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 594.
Authorizing an agreement with the Capital Area Council of Churches regarding emergency Code Blue shelter services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 595.
Authorizing an agreement with Interface Partnership for the Homeless regarding low barrier shelter services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 596.
Authorizing an agreement with Homeless and Travelers Aid Society regarding homeless housing emergency services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 597.
Authorizing agreements regarding the Child Right Safe Harbor Initiative.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 598.
Authorizing agreements with foster care providers.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 599.
Authorizing an agreement with the St. Catherine Center for Children regarding foster care specialty prevention services parent care program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 600, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Cayuga Centers regarding restorative case management prevention services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 601.
Authorizing an agreement with Together for Youth regarding the Focus on the Future program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 602.
Authorizing an agreement with Together for Youth regarding the provision of the Functional Family Therapy program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 603, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Parsons Child and Family Center regarding the provision of clinical prevention services with community and recreational supports.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 604.
Authorizing an agreement with Trinity Alliance of the Capital Region regarding the provision of clinical prevention services with community and recreational supports.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 605.
Authorizing an agreement with Together for Youth regarding the Home Run program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 606.
Authorizing an agreement with Cayuga Centers regarding the provision of clinical prevention services with community and recreational supports.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 607, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Cornell Cooperative Extension regarding the provision of juvenile justice prevention services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 608,
Authorizing an interdepartmental agreement with the Crime Victim and Sexual Violence Center regarding the Children's Advocacy Center.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 609,
Public hearing on proposed modifications to Agricultural District Number 2.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 610,
Authorizing an agreement with MedTegrity Healthcare Linen and Uniform Services regarding the rental and cleaning of linens at Shaker Place Rehabilitation and Nursing Center.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 611,
Amending the 2024 Albany County Budget Opioid Use Disorder Education and Prevention Initiative.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 612,
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Department of Health, Bureau of Perinatal, Reproductive, and Sexual Health regarding prevention education, amending the 2024 Crime Victim and Sexual Violence Center budget.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 613,
Amending the 2024 Department of Health budget opioid settlement funds.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 614,
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee regarding the Highway Safety Grant Program and amending the 2024 Department of Health budget.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 615,
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Department of Health regarding the tuberculosis prevention and control program.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 616,
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Mental Health regarding the Jail Diversion Continuation Award and amending the 2024 Department of Mental Health budget.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 617,
Amending the 2024 Department of Mental Health budget opioid settlement funds.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 619,
Amending the 2024 Coroner's Office budget opioid settlement funds.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 620,
Authorizing a payment in lieu of taxes agreement with Hoff Solar regarding real property located at 196 Jerko Road in the town of Bethlehem.
Mr. Joyce? Thank you. Anyone else? All those in favor with the extension of Mr. Ray Joyce? Aye. Any opposed? Resolution passes. Okay, 621, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York regarding the New York statewide investment in more swimming grant and amending the 2024 Department of Parks and Recreation budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 622, please.
Declaring a parcel of real property located at 770 Albany Shaker Road in the town of Colony no longer necessary for public use.
Mr. Feeney? Duly noted. All those in favor, with the abstention of Mr. Feeney, Mr. Joyce? We'll do 2 abstentions, Mr. Andrew Joyce and Mr. Feeney. All others in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 623, and the language has been updated. The new language is at your desks. Can you read 623?
Authorizing the conveyance of real property located at 770 Albany Shaker Road in the town of Colony.
Mr. Feeney? Duly noted. Mr. Joyce, same. 2 abstentions. Mr. Bergdorf?
Somebody tell me what the changes are in this?
Yes.
It's the addition of the secret language, starting in the fifth whereas, to
been designated as an unlisted actor? Yes. Oh, that's the staff. It's 623.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess what I don't understand, is there going to be a secret done on this sale? And if so, by who? Who?
Sale? That's a secret. If they develop it, that's a different one. We're not involved in that.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Resolution passes. 624, please.
Amending the 2024 Department of Mental Health budget, expanding clinical services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 625, please.
Amending Resolution Number 293 for 2024 regarding opioid settlement funding.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 626, please.
Appointment of members to the Community Services Board subcommittees.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 627, please.
Amending the rules and regulations for Albany County employees.
We are going to refer that to the Rules Reform Committee. 628, please.
Authorizing an agreement with CNS Engineers regarding architect and engineering consulting services for the 112 State Street 7th floor renovation project.
That's going to be referred to Public Works. 629, please.
Designating the Audit and Finance Committee to review the tentative annual budget for 2025.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 630, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York and Alternatives to Economic and Housing Displacement regarding the Eviction Prevention Intervention Collaborative.
We're going to refer that to Audit and Finance. 631, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number Q for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, creating chapter of the Albany County Code regarding the creation of the Albany County Office of Assigned Counsel.
That we're going to refer to the Law Committee. 632, please.
Public hearing on the 2025 tentative annual budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 633, please.
Public hearing on the proposed legislative additions and/or deletions to the 2025 tentative annual budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 634.
Public hearing on proposed local law number R for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993, as amended to incorporate certain units of county government.
That we're going to refer to the Law Committee and the Rules Reform Committee. 635.
Public hearing on proposed local law number S for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993, as amended to adjust the monetary threshold of the Board of Contract Administration.
That we're going to refer to Law and also Audit and Finance. 6, we've now gotten to the consent agenda. These are items 636 to 643. Are there any requests to take any items off of the consent agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor of the consent agenda signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The consent agenda, items 636 through 643 is passed. Okay. We now have gotten to local laws. Clerk, please read local law number Q for 2024.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, creating chapter of the Albany County Code regarding the creation of the Albany County Office of Assigned Counsel.
That we're going to refer to the Law Committee. Please read local law number R.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993, as amended to incorporate certain units of county government.
We're going to refer that to Law and also the Rules Reform Committee. Please read local law number S for 2024.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993, as amended to adjust the monetary threshold of the Board of Contract Administration.
That we're also referring to Law and Audit and Finance. That's it. We're at the end of our agenda. Can I have a motion to adjourn by Mr. Kuhn, a second to Malowitz? All those in favor? We are adjourned.